Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning. Oh my goodness, I said it again. What did I say? Well, that beautiful reminder about how we get to choose what things mean. Remember, you always have a choice. Right now, it happens to be morning in this time zone, and I'm choosing to say good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, etc., because that's how I'm choosing to see it. You know that you can do the same thing for you. You can do that for anything. Remember, in terms of what's happening in your life, all of it is fundamentally meaningless. Everything just is. Write that down in your notes. Everything just is. See, nothing is good or bad. It's our thinking that makes it so. See, it's how we're thinking that matters most. And guess who gets to determine how you're thinking in your life? You. You're the one that has that power. You have that beautiful, magnificent superpower, which is called agency. That's your ability to act or be acted upon, to be able to accept, reject ideas. See that right there, using that power to give meaning to everything that's happening in your life from the point of view that it's happening for you. Oh my God, that's what will change everything for you in a big, wonderful way, provided you think that way. Now, there's an emphasis on application. Because remember, even though I may be sharing with you a principle, a truth, a law, it only works when it's used. And so my invitation for you is to use what I'm sharing with you, to look for the good, to always see how things are definitely happening for you. And when you do that, guess what changes? The feeling you have inside, which is the attractive force in your life. Now, again, grab onto what I'm saying here. That's what these calls are about helping you to see that hidden power inside. And how we've been doing that is by studying this wonderful masterpiece here from Charles Haanel. If you don't have a copy of this, I highly recommend that you do get a copy of this. Get this exact copy so you can read along with us. And if you don't know how to get your copy, just click on the link that we provide to you and get your copy. And then with that, make sure that you underline, highlight, take notes, and most importantly, use what's being shared. Because remember, this knowledge, this information, it's not going to do you any good unless you use it and apply it. All right, so I want to bring into this beautiful session here something that came from Neville Goddard. And you'll see how it ties into helping you to achieve what you would love for your life. Maybe you have it written down on a goal card. And by the way, I do recommend that you do have a goal card. But listen to hear what Neville says here. And this is from this book here, The Power of Awareness. And this is on a chapter called Personal Impotence. He says, willingly identify yourself with that which you most desire, knowing that it will find expression through you. Yield to the feeling of the wish fulfilled and be consumed as its victim. Then rise as the prophet of the law of assumption. Now, what does that mean? Well, it's very simple. In the beginning, he states the word willingly, and he's pointing out that you have a choice. But with that being said, willingly consent to the character that you must be in order to materialize the life that you would love to live. Remember, in order for you to do, you must first be. Write that in your notes. In order for me to do, I must first be. In order for you to do this, say like it's achieve this goal. Maybe it's to earn a lot more than what you're earning right now. Maybe it's to change your lifestyle. Maybe it's to, I don't know, move to a different place. It's to, I don't know, get a new home. I don't know what it is for you. But here you've got to understand. In order for that to be accomplished, you must identify yourself with already being that person inside in order for it to materialize on the outside. See, you've got to connect with the idea, you got to become one with it. And by doing so, it will then take shape in your life. Now, here, I don't want you to believe me when it comes to this. I want you to go and try and test it yourself. As a matter of fact, I would also like you to look back on your life at the things you have accomplished that felt effortless and think about how you were thinking, what you believe to be true. You'll find that as you evaluate that, that's exactly what was happening inside of you. And what's beautiful about that is it can happen for you again for anything that you want in your life. But see, this is where you have to choose to think that way. All right, so let's go into the book now. Let's go into where we are in the master key system and dive more into this wonderful, beautiful food for thought. Okay, where we are is on page 288. Okay, we were just on 287, now we're on 288. Now remember, applications where it's at. Knowing this is not going to help you. You've got to start thinking this way in order for the change to be delivered in your life. Now, here he points out the subconscious mind may be aroused and brought into action in any direction and may disserve us for any purpose by concentration. Now, what is concentration? That's your will. Remember, you have 6 higher mental faculties. You have imagination, perception, reason, will, memory, intuition. If you want to dive deeper into understanding those higher mental faculties better, then get yourself this book. There's no such thing as self-sabotage because it ties into those higher mental faculties beautifully and it's described simply to help you to understand it. But now, again, with that being said, he's saying that it's through concentration that you'll be able to arouse and bring into action and anything that you would love for your life, and talking about you actually moving into that place simply by focus. Now remember, focus is not something that you're making happen. It's just holding on to an image. Now again, grab onto that. You can do this for you. If you want this to be a material fact in your life, you've got to concentrate from this, not on this, from this. You've got to become one with it. Now he goes further. The practice, oh my gosh, look at that application, baby, of concentration requires the control of the physical, mental, and physical being. All modes of consciousness, whether physical, mental, or physical, must be under control. Now, it might be that in your life right now, with how you're living, that things might seem out of control, not only in your mind, but also with your body. Well, I have news for you. If that's the case, the thing that I want to share with you is that that can change. Remember, if that's happening automatically, and that's what's happening, if it's happening with, out any conscious thought, if it just keeps coming back, it's just because of habit. Well, habits can change. People form habits, habits form futures. If you want to change your life, you must change your habits. Now, when I'm talking about habits, I'm talking about how you're thinking. The point being is that you can create the habit of having a strong, steady focus. And if you do that, it will help to externalize any outcome that you desire. Now, before we go any further, if you're watching the live stream of this on any of the social platforms, and if you'd like to dive deeper into understanding you and how your marvelous, miraculous, incredible, powerful mind works, then go to elevitality.com and register for these calls. They're Master Your Mind.